Hey, what's up, guys? Rachel Bradley here with my cohort, compadre, best buddy, Christopher Titus.
How you doing, people?
We just wanted to tell you what's been going on. I know that we missed last week of Titus podcast. Also,
It was also Thanksgiving like normal people, but we had some more abnormal stuff going on.
Exactly. So this week is supposed to be Knock 'em Dead. We're pushing that back a week, and I wanted to tell you why. About 4 weeks ago, I went for my mammogram, and then they put me into an ultrasound, which always happens. I always have
so fun, ultrasounds.
Then usually I get put into a needle biopsy, and this time they immediately referred me to an oncology surgeon.
That's never great when that happens, is it? It's never when they go, by the way, we need to send you to a guy that cuts people open.
No,
what?
A woman.
Yeah.
Sexist.
Women, right,
you
right.
sexist.
No, I can also get breast cancer.
No, the surgeon.
Oh, the woman. She's amazing, by the way.
They're not all men, turns out.
No.
You're getting better. So they said highly suspicious of cancer. You guys know I lost my mom. She had breast and then later pancreatic. And so I feel like me having a brush with death while I'm doing Knock 'em Dead, a podcast about death, is like the method acting of podcasting. So long story short, it's been 4 weeks of a lot of shit. And
then she had she had an operation. And
I did.
Guess what?
Still sore.
Can I tell you the good news?
Please do.
Benign, totally. The doctor was amazing. By the way, the entire doctor, nurse, anesthesiologist, all women, and they were perfect. And she didn't have any bad reactions. And so our lovely Rachel is benign. They got the thing out of her, and we're back to work.
They got the thing out, and my surgeon, when we met with her for post-op, she said, "Do you want to see it?" And it was on her cell phone, the picture of the mass. I don't know why it's on her cell phone, but
that's like what you do. You and I take selfies on stage. She's like, "Look what I did." Yeah.
So we both burst into tears. He more than I did, because we were carrying a lot of. You were sobbing and carrying a lot of stress. But in the midst of all that, it was so surreal because I tell people on Knock 'em Dead, get ready, have your trust. I'm thinking I got to update my trust. I am texting people, my niece, who's like another daughter to me, our daughter.
You did the end of life flea market. You were like, hey, by the way, you can have this, you can have that.
So I text our daughter, Kenny, is there anything that you would like? And I don't even hit send, and I get back, your shoes. I was like, wait, I never sent that text. I asked my niece, Morgan, and she said the right thing. She said, I'd prefer that you just keep living forever. Good answer, kid. Then she asked,
she's now the favorite now,
for an armoire that I've had since my early 20s. I told her she needs to aim higher.
But by the way, if you're not going to be using the furniture, if you're not going to be buried in the armoire, can I have it?
Yeah. All right. Second choice.
Yeah, second choice.
So they put me in the hospital, in the surgical room, OR, and you have to climb on to the bed. It's this narrow, high, weird bed. And I climb up on it and I look around.
I think it's surgical platform.
Sure. And I go, hey, oh my gosh, it's all women. All women. And my last surgery last year was all men. And I was so sick from the anesthesia. I was vomiting. It was a rough experience. So anyway, one lady goes, hell yeah, it is. And they all start cheering. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I lie down on the table.
You were surrounded by alpha chicks.
And I start saying, hey, I have a special called. And I guess they're starting to gas me because she said, breathe the oxygen. I go, this isn't just oxygen.
They also loved it because she picked, they said, what kind of music do you like for surgery? And she said, Tupac and Prince.
She said, my surgeon, who's a woman, said she was so stoked. She goes, we listened to Tupac and Prince the whole time. And it was such a relief because sometimes people pick crappy stuff. Yeah. But anyway, so I was like, you guys, they're all women. I have a special out. It's called Alpha Chick. It's about being a strong woman. You can stream it right now on
So guys,
Tubi,
she's
Google
high.
Play,
She's high as hell. And as she's going under,
I'm pitching.
She's whoring her special.
Which we said to the surgeon, Dr. Carlson, this past week. And she goes, yeah, you were really funny, but you did pass out pitching where to watch your special. So that is...
By the way, I am never been prouder Never.
Oh yeah, you were a proud papa when you heard that.
That's right.
So that's where we've been in a really weird mental space. PTSD with losing my mom and thinking that I was going to have to allot my armoire and shoes, but
never once said I'm going to have to leave Christopher Titus. She's like, eh.
Hey, you'll be fine. But Knock 'em Dead will be out next week, 1 week late. We're so sorry. And we're super stoked to be back this week with Titus Podcast. We really love you guys. And thank you so much for all of the support that you give us.
Thanks, people. Next week, we're going to be talking about.
Do we tell people?
Yeah,
or do we make it a surprise? Afterlife communication.
Like stuff that's happened after someone died and you had this weird vibe. We're going to talk about that.
Weird vibe or saw something, heard something.
I had a couple with my dad.
Had weird things happen that were inexplicable. So we'll be back with more death.
And we're not saying they're not coincidence. We're saying, why did it happen after he died?
Yeah.
Guys, thanks.